Alrighty, hello everyone, this is busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our Steam Next Fest coverage with Ball Pit, or Ball X Pit, depending on how you want to read the title. I'm going to reset my demo progress. I did a bit of a playtest just to see where this game was at, and make sure I had everything set up. As you can see, I'm just signing back into it. This is a lot of fun. This game is, if you're as old as I am, you played the game Breakout on like Game Boy or on Nintendo or something like that, this kind of reinvents it, and you create a world around that kind of mechanic, and you're gonna think to yourself like, what, bubble or Breakout, or Bubble Mayhem, what are these games that you're talking about? You'll see as soon as I get into it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because the game is a very common mechanic, but it's used in a very uncommon way here, and I actually quite enjoy it. The graphics are really fun. I really am enjoying it. So basically, we're gonna jump into the game. Right here, I'll have a link for you guys should you want to pick it up for yourselves. A giant ball, or meteor, depending on what you want to call it, is going to smash into Ball Beyond and destroy it. The link for the game in the demo will be in the YouTube description should you want to try this out for yourselves and see the story arc. But ultimately, we're going to be rebuilding. That's what it comes down to. And that's what's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I have been covering a lot of these demos, and I really enjoy the coverage. If you guys want to stay up to date with the Busy Gamer Dad's coverage for the Steam Next Fest in June 2025, hit that subscribe button and grow the channel. That would help out tremendously. The idea behind this game is we're dropping down into the pit that is now left, the pit, ball, pit, see, there you go. And we're going to be fighting hordes of enemies. Now, again, you're going to think to yourself, how can I do that with the mechanic that we had? Well, right here. This is it, right here. This is the game in its, we'll say, gathering phase. This is the gathering phase. So you can auto shoot, you can do some other things. We have to collect the gems. So there's a vampire survivor element to this as well. You don't want to get too close to the enemies because they will hurt you. They will hit you. And they will kill you, and that's not how it goes. See how that exclamation point on the screen? So he can lunge at me, and I don't want that. So I'm going to be starting myself off here, trying to whittle down these rows of enemies and trying to get as much as I can. So you can toggle auto fire like that if you really want to. You can change the game speed. I do have auto fire on right now. It's just going to make things a little bit easier, a little bit more smooth, and I can adjust the game speed should I want to, 1, 2, or 3. I'm not going to at this point. Now, level ups. There are level ups. You collect the experience, you gain a level up. This is our level up meter on the side here. You get a base stat attribute. Random doesn't let you pick which one it goes into, so it's a little bit RNG in that regard. So we have a crit chance, and it tells you in a detailed and a basic information. So you have the basic attributes that tells you what it is, and as you get more into the game, you'll understand more about what, oh, okay, so I got strength, so I got more base damage, or I got leadership, so I got more balls to shoot down the range, or I got more intelligence, so my AoE is doing more damage. So I do like that. Every level up, we will also get to pick a perk. The perks are super impactful. So you want to make sure you're reading which ones you're not familiar with and understanding what they'll do for your run and how they kind of synergize together. And there are a lot of synergies, and I will go into that as we get further into the game, and you'll see that. So the balls go through enemies and deal 25% damage in the backfield, but this one just passes through enemies and does damage no matter what. So I'm just going to do that. So you cannot, there is damage on touch in the game, so do not bump the enemies. You saw me take a hit right there because I got too close. So the enemies, when they get too close to you, they will hit you, and they will lunge at you. And then if you do touch their base, their box, whatever you want to call it, their unit tile, you will also take damage from them as well. So be very cognizant of your positioning. And this game is very dynamic in that regard. So I can level up my 2 balls there, or I can increase the magnet tile. I'm actually going to do the ghost one, because the ghost one is really going to probably be a little bit more helpful. The bleed, while it's fun and nice, I'm not really looking to lean into that kind of build at this point, because there's just so many other ones out there. Now you see this swirling tile of color right here? This is super important. Fusions randomly upgrade 1 to 3 of your items. 1 to 3 levels. Fusion, I believe it's like any number of items you have can get randomly upgraded 1 to 3 times. I've had this level up things twice. See, so my bleed ball got leveled up twice. My ghost ball got leveled up once. So fusions are integral to your overall success. I gotta whittle this guy down. There we are. Cool. Now, awesome. This is, this gets crazy chaotic, and you're gonna think like this mechanic is kind of silly, but it works. It's working to keep me interested. So dexterity is just crit chance. Now we have the ghost ball. We have decreased damage taken. I'm going to do the rubber band. I want to do the rubber band. The wind ball would be nice as well, because that passes through enemies and slows them down, though. Let's do This is just the ball speed. Let's just do the wind ball. Let's just do the wind ball. Let's get a little bit more damage options downrange so that when the ball hits the back line, we'll be able to good. Now, this game turns into a bit of a bullet hell. And I mean that. There are archers in the backfield. As you can see, they're shooting their arrows. Our balls do hit the arrows and can break them. But you're going to be getting like more and more archers. The lane that we're in right now increases as the game goes on. Each one of these, as we get to it, is going to be a mini boss and then the final boss. And every time it gets to this, the lane is going to increase more and more and more and cause more problems. Brother Mood has a 25% small after each enemy it hits. That's not bad. The vampires and balls go through enemies dealing. So these two together would be really helpful. I'm going to do the brood mother one. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Because that one has a 25% chance of getting a little bit more damage downrange. So now we have all of our 4 major ball slots. So we do have baby balls that are the white balls. That's what they're affectionately called. And then we have the magic balls. The ones that are like the bleed ball, the ghost ball, the wind ball, the vampire ball, all that stuff. Those are like the major ones. Those are your major damage dealers. Now, that's not to say that your baby balls can't start doing some crazy amounts of damage with some of the other passive increases that come down range. So let's see here. Increases fire rates, increases damage. I'm going to do increases fire rates. Yes, I'm going to start leaning into that. So we're not going to get the option for any more of the major balls at this time. We will later on, and you'll see how that happens. And it's a very interesting mechanic, and that's where the replayability for this game comes in, where we'll have the option to really, right here, fuse. We can fuse these major balls into something really cool. So we have an option to fuse these two together, and I'm going to take it. And we get the best of both worlds. We get the best of both of them. So now this is a level 3 ball. It's a ghost ball that has bleed on it. So it passes through enemies and puts bleed on the backfield. That is ridiculously powerful by comparison. I just walked into the enemy after I picked up a heal potion. Top tier gameplay. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more of it. So yeah, crazy, crazy fun that you can have with this game. So you want to make sure you're constantly moving around, constantly gathering up all the experience, getting as much as you can so that you are not going to be lacking in damage in any way, shape, or form, because as you'll see when we get to this first boss, it's going to get crazy. I'm going to do the wind ball. So the lane just opened up a little bit more. I love the way this opens up. And now you'll see that the tile that he comes down with, it's not a flat box. It's not at all. So you have to hit him at an angle to recover the balls and pick them up. And he's going to keep on spawning enemies. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? He's not alone. No, he needs friends to help him defeat you. So yeah, he's going to keep shooting down range. I'm going to pick up these things and I'm going to get real close to this guy. And I'm just going to sit here and hit him. Right here. Keep on shooting him, keep on shooting him. So I'm picking up the baby balls, but you see the major balls are bouncing off. So keep on going, keep on going. Gonna do some more damage down range. Keep on hitting him, keep on hitting him. Get an intelligence one. Let's hear lightning ball. The laser ball would be really nice, or the burn ball. Oh, these three are all really good. Oh, I guess we can do the lightning ball. Yeah, let's do the lightning ball. Let's do the lightning ball. Let's do the lightning ball. So I'm choosing to whittle him down. All right, so now I'm gonna move to the rest, and now I gotta move to the rest, and I walked right into that enemy. All right, we gotta move over here. Gotta move over here. Hit this guy. Oh, he jumped on me. I didn't realize he was gonna attack me. Leadership. We got another baby ball. 25% chance hitting enemies in the same column. Let's do the attack speed. There we are. We got him. We got him. Nice. Phew. Let's do the lightning ball. And now I have to recover because I focused all my attacks on that guy. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna get this. We're going to randomly upgrade things. This game gets crazy chaotic. Crazy. And you need to make sure that you are paying attention as best you can to everything so that you are picking up all the experience that you can. The magnets really do help. I did pick them up later on in my first run before I, totally won. Absolutely totally won. We're going to run over here, and as we're shooting. So if you can collect the balls that you are throwing back out, like the baby balls, that does help you. That does immensely help you. I'm gonna do the fusion ball, and I'm gonna see which one we can do. Oh, this is new. We can do the recipe for this one. Yeah, let's do that. So is that gonna make it like a ghost lightning ball? The storm ball. It made it into a brand new one. So, and emits lightning. Enemies wow, okay, cool. That looks so cool. Oh, and with the rubber band, that's going to do so much damage. Unless the rubber band cancels it out like in Luffy or something like that, like in One Piece. We have the Earthquake Ball. So damages AoE or throws that down range. Increases chance to dodge attacks. I'm going to pick up another attack ball. Oh, and I walked right into that arrow. As soon as I saw it, I was like, no! And then I hit it. And then I hit it. Now you're going to be wondering, what are those other things that I'm picking up? Well, if you look in the top left-hand corner, you'll see that those are, in fact, actually resources. Those are resources that will come into play later on. Can you hit this guy? There we are. Good, got him. Okay. So the resources that I'm talking about that are going to be coming into play are going to be after your run. So this right now is, like I said, calling it the gathering phase or the attack phase or the combat phase. And then there's going to be a base building phase in this game. So as we go through this, I'm going to keep on going, see how far we can get, show you guys more mechanics, and show you guys more of these wonderful fusions that you can get, or the different items that you can get, and the enemies that you get. It gets crazy. It gets absolutely nutters. Each time we're healed, I'm going to upgrade the Mother Ball, just so we can have some more chance for some extra enemies coming down, or extra passive baby balls coming down range. Because if I select and pick those up, I have a feeling that we're actually going to do better damage with them. Yep, keep on doing that. So the pass-through balls, like the Ghost Ball, the Lightning Ball, the Wind Ball, all seem to be really kind of OP to hit damage downrange and get maximum amount of damage. Now that does not mean that you need them to succeed. That is not what I'm saying. That I'm simply saying is, like, you need to be able to penetrate the back line, as it were, with the damage, just so that you are hitting enemies further down the range. Because if you're not, you're not, and you're gonna I walked right into that guy, and you're gonna have more of a problem, more enemies stacking up against you. Now fusions can certainly offset that kind of lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Not lack, but missing damage number. We can upgrade the Lightning Ball, or this one bounces 20% off of walls. I think I want this one because of the synergy that it will give for the bouncing of the ball off the walls. So if it bounces off the wall, it does 20% more damage. So that's just naturally going to be better. I'm going to try and lay waste to this first, lay waste to this front line right here, and then I'm just going to let my passive passive damage do what it can to this guy down range. And now I'm going to try and get up here and hit this guy right there. All right, so now I'm going to try and pulse right here. Now you'll see he's starting to shoot, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try and get up here, and I'm going to try and hit him and dodge these arrows and collect these balls and just lean into him a little bit. Let's see if we can get him down. Heal effects, 20% efficiency. Crit damage. Increases crit damage when hitting enemies in front. That's not bad, but I'll just do the Storm Ball. I'm just going to keep on going. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. I think I have to break off from this now. So the hitboxes are a little weird, as you can kind of see. I was trying to figure out where they were for the arrows and stuff like that. It gets a little confusing. I think this is going to be the end of our run, though. Yep, you see he instantly jumped at us, and we can't stop him, and they're instantly going to jump at us. So like I said, it gets crazy, it gets ridiculous, but this is good because it'll help scrub the run, and then we'll be able to show you guys what the next portion of this. So that was the combat portion of it. The class that we were playing is the warrior. I'm assuming that when this gets into full release, there's going to be different classes. You know, the quintessential mage and thief and archer or shaman or paladin or something like that, that offsets the various things like that. As you level up the class, though, it gives a passive bonus random to any of these stats that are your base stats. So really important to keep leveling up. And I like this. This gives you a good detailed view of like what ball combinations were doing well for you, what damage was good, your DPS overall, the damage total numbers. I like this a lot. I like the numbers. All right, so now we're going to come out of the pit, and now we get to go into build phase. So welcome to Ball Beyond. So we get to plant some things. Now, this is going to be very interesting for you to understand. The same mechanic applies as when you're in the combat phase that you are with the resource collection phase. What I mean is, so I'm going to put this right here. And then it says we're going to open the tile again. They want you to put down a forest tile. I'm going to put this right here. And you're going to say, that hurts my ADHD brain. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You'll see. So now we have to harvest those tiles. It's the same mechanic. We have to shoot our little guy, and he has to touch each of the tiles to collect them. And see the harvest clock? That's as far as he can go out. So you have to let that go. It was painful for me to not have that be a thing, but it's a thing. So these are the current resources that are here. These other buildings are not currently available right now. We have to get them out of the combat phase. We have other houses that we can get in the combat phase as well. But the economy side of things, so we get some boulders, we have some forest, and we have some wheat fields. This is very much like if you played the game like Loop Hero. I feel like this is echoing that to me. Just, you know, you got to make sure that you're able to get the resources. You can dismantle them, and you can always rearrange them. You know, you can always choose to rearrange them as well. Yeah, there's also an upgrade mechanic that you can choose to do as well, should you want to do this. So there's a lot of resource collection that can end up happening. But without hitting the tiles, you're not getting the return on investment, as it were. And then you can see that we're recovering right now. We only had one, we'll call it launch or resource for gathering resources opportunity. Now we get to go into another run. So he automatically starts with the bleed ball. We're going to go into it, and there's different levels, as you can see. So as you get further down into the hole, there's going to be more and more biomes, is what I will call them, or enemy types that you're seeing, and certain strategies may work better for other ones. It tells you what you're missing from your blueprints on those given levels as well. I love the animation of us dropping down in the hole. It's a lot of fun. It's so cool. But this is it. This is the rinse repeat. And this is great for the busy gamer because you can sit here and play for a while and then just pause the run and come back to it at a later date. That's all you need to worry about, is just doing what you can when you can, and then come back to it at a later date. Gonna keep on hitting these guys right here. Gonna try and hit them. And it's the amount of balls that you can combine and everything like that. And yes, this is not trying to be ridiculous. This is not meant to be silly semantics or anything like that. This is meant to be like the amount of things that you can create from these just various things are just ridiculous. Let's hear. When you cast a special ball automatically 1 to 3 in a random direction. Sure, I'll do that. 1 to 3 extra damage, or baby balls going out. Sure, awesome. Or normal attacks, whatever you want to call it. Let's go there. But there are so many. It seems like there are so many different items inside this game that it just makes it so much fun to see what combines into what does what. Like if you have an ice ball and a fireball, do they cancel each other out, or do they make a hot cold ball that does like freezing damage, like holds an enemy in place and does fire damage to it, things like that. Let's do the lightning ball again. That was a lot of fun to have that. And then upgrade that with like the ghost ball and have it turn into the storm ball. So we already started to see some archers in the backfield. Oh, and they would naturally put these guys right here because that's what they need to do. That's exactly what they need to do. Put these thick trunks of enemies right here. That's exactly what I want you to do. Thanks so much, game. All right, come on. There it is. Oh, there's our first fusion. Let's see if we can get it. Good, we got it. We don't have anything to fuse right now, so we'll just get some upgrades. A little bit lackluster, only 2, but I'll take it. I mean, we didn't have them before, so that'll help us out tremendously. Any upgrade is a meaningful upgrade in this game, as I've learned to find out. Increases on the right side. Interesting. When hitting enemies on the right side. And then the effigy seems like a very interesting. Every 7 to 12 rows spawn a stone statue with either stone statue is immune to damage and move up, blocking and attacks enemies on the way. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what that will do. No clue what that will do. And I walked into an arrow. Oh, it's like he's like a little ally. That's awesome. That's awesome. I need a buddy down here in the pits. I need a buddy. A good buddy. I wonder if I can synergize and give him like the ability to attack or something like that. Well, I know he's attacking. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying, like, if I were to give him the option to, like, shoot balls or something like that. All right, so those are now upgraded. We got another level up. I probably should do... Let's do the vampire ball. So the lightning vampire ball, that would be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. Lightning vampire ball, if that's a synergy that they have in the game. And these little guys are going to do work. I can already tell. These guys are going to do huge amounts of work. I can say that the stone effigy is probably going to be like an OP strategy, just from what they're doing, because they're just going to be passive damage. They're going to slow the enemy down, and they're going to give me a chance to bounce off them with my attacks. That's going to be super awesome. Nice. Yep, and then we got another level up. Continue. Let's do Let's do the lightning ball. Let's do the lightning ball. Let's do the lightning ball. Keep on going. Now, I'm assuming that the blueprints come under certain criteria, and I have no idea what those criteria might be. They might be blueprint specific. They might be defeat a boss. They might be RNG for an upgrade type of situation, where if you have a... Oh, let's do a fusion. Yeah, sure. Let's fuse them. Let's see what happens. So we get a blood lightning ball. Bleed lightning ball. So now it does bleed, and it has... Oh, man. That's nice. That's going to be super helpful. Not as much as I would hope for the lightning and the... what's the word I'm looking for? Lightning and the bleed ball. That would have been... Or not lightning. I'm sorry. Lightning and vampire ball. Or bleed and vampire ball. I thought those two would have synergized together, but it seems like that was not the case. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. There's the ice ball. There's an ice ball. We got to take it. We talked about it earlier. We got to take it. I don't care what it does. I'm just going to take it. You can see in the top left-hand corner, you know, your run progression with what current attack specialty balls that you have in your arsenal, as well as any of the upgrades that there are at, you know, like level 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, so now we're going to get up here and we're going to start fighting this fool. Come at me, guy. Trying to catch this guy off guard. There we are. Yeah. Look at all that damage. Ooh, numbers fly up. You can disable the screen shake. You can disable a lot of we'll say effects on the screen if you wanted to. Totally up to you. All baby doll balls do 20% more damage. I'm going to do that because that ties into the potion doing more. All right, good. We got to level up, and then I'm going to get the get that right there. Ooh, we'll get the ghost ball, and then if I have a fusion, oh, I don't. Darn it. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. That got us 4 upgrades. Nice. Alright, gonna go over here. Does the stone statue... Doesn't look like the stone effigy picks up any of the balls... Or any of the experience for me, which is fine. That would be a little OP if he did. I am gonna upgrade him, though, because he is definitely putting in some work. He deserves a little treat. He deserves a little treat. Don't you, guy? Don't you, guy? Yeah, the freeze ball... stopping enemies in their tracks. All right. Yeah, I could see this being a very addictive game for me. I could absolutely see this being a very addictive game for me. So much so. All right. So we need to get some... So this is what I was talking about before with the previous one. We don't have anything that's damaging or weakening the back line, so we're relying on our front line damage overall. We do have to consider that with the next few fusions that we might get, or the next few upgrades that we get. The ghost ball is the only one right now that's kind of permeating and getting into the backfield, doing a little bit of damage. A turret floats around your enemy shooting baby ball. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. Artificial heart friendly piece gains 100% health. This is immune though. Oh, I'm gonna do this one first because that I already have the war horn, so I can just keep waiting for like another fusion to upgrade that, and the turret will come around and start shooting. Yeah, it's on my head. You see it on my head? It's not gonna come around. It's already there. I thought it would float, but it's actually on my head right now. It's on my helmet. Nice. It's like a little hood ornament. If you know what a hood ornament is, that's why I know what Breakout is. That's what I know from Breakout. Hood ornaments aren't a thing anymore. There's too much drag on them for cars, and they're not aerodynamic, and more, you know, very few cars nowadays are designed with a hood ornament in mind. But they were like the big thing in the 80s and 90s just because it was how cars advertised what brand they were, etc. All right, there's our fusion. Let's see, what can we get? An evolution, a fusion. We have 2 available, or we can do a fusion. Let's do the evolution. What is the evolution gonna do? So that's our ice and our ghost and our vampire ball. Let's do it. Let's see what that one's gonna be. That looks awesome. Soul Sucker passes through enemies, saps 1 strength, reducing their attack damage. Nice. Yep. So we basically just got a Banshee. That's exactly what we got. We just got a Banshee. And we can get it again. I'm actually going to upgrade the Warhorn because the baby ball is doing more damage because we kind of have a build going where we're relying on them. Not all the time, but definitely relying on their damage for the frontline situation right here. Yep, and I love seeing the enemies getting frozen. That makes me happy. That makes me happy right there. That makes me happy right there. You'll notice also when I stop shooting, I move faster. That's a tactic you want to employ. 100%, that's a tactic you want to employ. As you're shooting, you move slower, which is understandable. But again, you want to make sure that when you are like in a collect the experience kind of level up mode, you use that to dodge attacks and get yourself out of harm's way and get the resources. Yes, good. I'll take that. I'll take that. Having the turret and having the war horn that increases the baby ball damage, that's going to be great. Yeah, I'll upgrade this. I mean, the banshee ball definitely needs an upgrade. All right, we're back again. We're back again. Come at me, fool. I'm just going to focus on taking out these frontliner guys so we don't automatically take any damage from them getting to the end of the board, even though we do have the banshee ball. But yeah, this is a lot more enemies on screen than I would like to have when going into a transition for the boss fight. I would love if there was an option or an item to get where it's like you have now got a board wipe or something like that. You know, like a town city structure that you build up that gives you a board wipe mechanic. That would be sick. All right, let's lean into this guy. I see this whole bay of archers right here. I'm actually going to take them out because I don't want to get shot in the back. There we are. Cool. All right, cool. And then I'm going to run in the backfield here. I'm going to shoot that. I'm going to shoot this right here. And I'm going to... Whoop! Shot me with a wave of arrows. Nice. All right, what is this? What do we got? Let's do the turret. Lean into this. You can see it taking damage over time. Let's see, is that strong enough? It's frozen, so I'm actually going to move off of front. And I'm going to actually try and take out these guys right here. Keep going, and then I'm going to run over here, get this, and then I'm going to take some damage. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. All right, we got him! We got him! We got him! Nice! Awesome! Awesome, awesome. I'm going to do the laser ball. So there's a vertical laser ball. Yes! So the bosses do drop the blueprints. We figured that out. Nice. All right, so I'm going to scrub the run right here because I do want to conclude the video. I know we're almost coming up on time anyways. So yeah, let's just let it happen. Come on, finish me off, guys. You can do it. You can do it. I want to get the blueprint down and I want to show what the upgrade stuff is. There we are. Good. This was a lot of fun. Ball pit. I recommend it. Steam Next Fest demo. That's really good. And it looks like a level up woodmaker increases the harvest clock when we go through forests. Increase harvest clock when we go through forests up to 20 times per that, or pierce stone when harvesting. Boulders. Okay, stone piercer pierces through boulders when harvesting. Oh, so we go through. Let's do this one. We found the blueprint for the sheriffs. Let's put that down and see what that looks like and call our video there. Yep. Let's see. Resources, housing, new building, sheriff building. I'll put that right there. Feel a new character, itchy finger. There you go. There's your marksman or something like that. That's awesome. Let's see. Can I go this way? There. And he's mining too. Oh, great. So he's another citizen. That makes sense. Now it makes total sense. That's awesome. All right, busygamerdad showing you ball pit. I'll have a link for the game should you want to pick it up for yourselves. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to play this game with me. Like, comment, subscribe while you happen to be in the YouTube description taking a look at the game. It helps grow the channel and helps keep you guys up to date with the busygamerdad channel antics. We'll hope to see you in our next episode where we'll continue to cover the Steam Next Fest in June 2025. Later.